Before I start my talent, I'd like to talk a little bit about why we celebrate this time of year. And does anyone really have an idea why the angels sang for joy, and why prophets testified, and why ancient writings foretold the coming of a Messiah or a special person, Jesus Christ? And that's what we're celebrating this time of year. Do you know that?
Yeah.
Okay. So who is this Jesus Christ whom the prophets testified should come into the world? Well,
he's our older brother.
We really get a really kind of clear picture. For me, it helps to, in year 2000, the presidency and apostles of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints made a affirmation of the reality of his life and the infinite virtue of his great atoning sacrifice. And so who is he? Let's review it real quick. Okay, he was the great Jehovah of the Old Testament, the Messiah of the New Testament. Under the direction of his Father, he created the earth. All things that were ever made were made by him. He went about doing good, and he was despised for it. His gospel was a message of peace and goodwill. He wanted everyone to follow his example. He walked the roads of Palestine, healing the sick, raising the dead, and causing the blind to see. He taught the truths of eternity, the reality of our pre-mortal life, and our purpose here upon the earth, and the potential of all the sons and daughters of God in the life to come. He instituted the sacrament as a reminder of his great atonement. Evil men who hated him because he taught that he was the Son of God had him arrested on spurious charges. You know what spurious is? It's fake, just fake charges. He was convicted to satisfy a mob. And we've seen some of that in our time too. And he was sentenced to die on Calvary's cross. He gave his life to atone for all mankind. His was a great vicarious gift on behalf of all who had ever lived. So Christ's life, that's why the angels sang and shouted heralds to his birth, because it brought about the whole purpose of this life and the creation of this world and the purpose which our Father in heaven created for. So I just want to add a couple more things, and that is his way is the path to peace in this life and eternal life in the world to come. Thanks be to our Father in heaven for the matchless gift of his divine Son, a gift. The gifts that we give now are an example of how we should give as he gave to us. Okay? All right, well, now that I've gotten your attention by holding this here, that's all I have. That's my talent.